Steve Carell did it all. Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell? He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from? Let's pay. Once upon a time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long, Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So...
In a room full of people who spend millions to protect their public image, Ricky Gervais is the only man who refuses to play the game. He doesn't just tell jokes, he shatters the Hollywood illusion.
I just feel like I'm not long for this world.
Oh, well, you're fine.
My nan used to say that. My nan said that for about 20 years. She used to say, oh, I won't see Christmas, right?
Yeah.
She was right eventually.
Yeah,
well, the last one.
eventually, yes. Yeah.
But you just name one thing. Just one thing. You have to pick one.
Pendulous testicles.
While most hosts are hired to protect the stars, Ricky is there to perform an industry audit. From savage award show burns to unscripted talk show takedowns, he has single-handedly dismantled the celebrity mask.
Do you not drive at all?
I know.
No, but do you know how?
Well, I've seen people do it.
But you don't have a license.
Go. What?
You don't have a license.
No.
Okay.
You can't drink and drive, so what's the point?
Well, that's kind of...
All-female remakes are the big thing. There's a female remake of Ghostbusters. There's going to be a female remake of Ocean's 11. And this is brilliant for the studios, because they get guaranteed box office results, and they don't have to spend too much money on the cast. So... Shut up, I don't care.
I know, but you look so calm.
I know, I had some of your heroin.
I was wondering where I put that.
You're 65 this Thursday, aren't you?
That's correct, yes.
You can't use this till Thursday. This is official. I got you a bus pass and senior citizens.
Ah, it's a Metro card. There it is.
The unspoken contract of a Hollywood award show is simple. Everyone pretends to be a hero. But when Ricky took the stage, he didn't just break that contract, he set it on fire. He realized that the elite have one major weakness. They can't stand being the punchline of a joke they didn't approve.
No, they ask me all the time in the press, why don't you have children? Which is a really odd question to ask someone, why don't you have children?
Yeah.
As opposed to asking people, why do you have
Yeah.
children? Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Here now, we're on TBS.
Right, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, no, it's a growing concern.
Okay.
It's really, in 30 years, we're going to be...
What channel, what number on the dial?
Well, if it depends what medium you're using.
Yeah.
Direct TV would be 247.
247.
247.
Who finds it? They're definitely looking for porn if they find it.
By bringing up the industry's darkest secrets in a room full of A-listers, he forced the world to see the staggering gap between their public speeches and their private reality. This wasn't just comedy, it was a trial.
Now, the Hollywood Foreign Press have warned me that if I insult any of you, or any of them, or offend any viewers, or cause any controversy whatsoever, they'll definitely invite me back next year as well. They actually gave me a list of rules. I'm going to ignore them, but I thought it'd be good to read them out, OK? This is real, OK? No profanity. That's fine. I've got a huge vocabulary. No nudity. See, that's a shame, because I've got a huge vocabulary. But a tiny penis. No, it's true. Doesn't matter. I don't care. It works. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't... No smut or innuendo. And I'm not to libel anyone. And I mustn't mention Mel Gibson this year. Not his private life, his politics, his recent films, and especially not Jodie Foster's Beaver. I haven't seen it myself. I've spoken to a lot of guys here, they haven't seen it either, but that doesn't mean it's not any good.
But the podium is only one part of the story. On the late-night circuit, the goal is usually to look relatable. But when Ricky sits on that couch, the vibe shifts from promotional to confrontational.
Imagine a world without actors. Oh, God, it doesn't bear thinking about it. Imagine if they ever went on strike. Oh, what would we do? You couldn't replace them. You couldn't replace them with any other profession, lawyers or doctors. Can you imagine a real surgeon doing what Hugh Laurie does in-house? It would be pathetic. He'd be all over the place. We're going, oh, where do I stand? How's my American accent? What's my lines? You know, Hugh, with the aid of coaches and stuff, can eventually learn his lines while saving lives. He's a genius. How could you replace Kiefer Sutherland in 24? I'd love to see a real anti-terrorist agent try and defuse a bomb in a busy train station in 1 hour. Some of those scenes, by the way, where Kiefer grabs someone and beats them to a pulp, they weren't even in the script. The director just said, keep rolling, we'll work it into them. But actors aren't just loved here in Hollywood, they are loved the world over because they're recognisable. You can be anywhere. You could be in the third world, okay, and you get a glimpse of a Hollywood star and it makes you feel better, okay? You could be a little child, a little Asian child with no possessions and no money, but you see a picture of Angelina Jolie and you think, oh, Mummy.
He treats icons like annoying neighbors, refusing to feed into the best friend energy that talk shows usually rely on. Whether he's calling out a co-star's ego or mocking a celebrity's manufactured personal story, he exposes how fragile these personas actually are when they aren't protected by a teleprompter.
Chocolate bar. It's a delicacy in Sweden.
How
aren't foreigners funny? So how would you advertise it? How would you sit there and munch?
If it's a Swedish advert, it would be a really weird one, wouldn't it? It would be something like, you've had a plug. Oh, the plug. Flipping plug. Oh.
It is an honour to be here in a room full of what I consider to be the most important people on the planet. Actors. They're just better than ordinary people, aren't they? We all know that. Who needs the Oscars? Not me, and not Eddie Murphy. He walked out on them. He said no, and good for him. But when the man who said yes to Norbit says no to you, you know you're in trouble. I love Eddie Murphy. He loves dressing up, doesn't he? Versatile. He's versatile. No, he is. Bit of trivia for you, actually. Eddie Murphy and Adam Sandler, between them, played all the parts in the movie The Help. Isn't that brilliant? They were brilliant. I can't believe they're not here. Or maybe they are. They're masters of disguise. They could be. Now, the Hollywood foreign press have warned me that if I insult any of you, or any of them, or offend any viewers, or cause any controversy whatsoever, they'll definitely invite me back next year as well.
Even during press junkets, where stars are paid to sell a product, Gervais remains the outlier. He's the only person in the industry who will look a journalist in the eye and admit a project is bad while the studio executives are standing 5 feet away.
Both Rebel and Ben have talked about working with you, Ricky, and that it's quite annoying.
Not for me. I like it. I like being annoying. Well, what they mean is, I don't know what they mean. They probably just mean I'm annoying. I don't know.
No. What we mean is, you're annoying. And I mean...
Like that, see that laugh there? That's like, happens like every 4 seconds.
I'm happy.
No, it's fun. It's so much fun to work with Ricky because he cracks up a lot. And what happens is we start doing these scenes and we start improvising and he'll start to laugh. And sometimes you think, oh, he's laughing at something funny I did. But usually he's laughing at something funny he did. And I know this because sometimes we'll start the scene and nobody said anything and he'll start to laugh. And that's because he's laughing at something funny that he thought of.
It's brilliant up there. It's brilliant.
This level of honesty is radioactive in Hollywood. By siding with the audience's intelligence instead of the studio's marketing, he becomes a voice of authority. He reminds us that once the mask is off, the celebrity's power over the narrative is gone.
I never knew you were this weird.
Really?
No, because you kept it. We would work together for a couple of days. And
I know.
You're absolutely mental.
In a nice way? Yeah.
But so, is it true the story about getting the call from Stephen Hawking?
Yeah. Well, I did. I got a call from this guy.
How do you know it was him?
Yeah.
all right? I love this next presenter. He's so cool. He's the star of Iron Man, Two Girls and a Guy, Wonder Boys. Sorry, these porn films. What? Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang. Bowfinger. Really? Yeah. Up the Academy. Come on. He has done all those films, but many of you in this room probably know him best from such facilities as the Betty Ford Clinic and Los Angeles County Jail. Please welcome Robert Downey Jr.
Ricky's most savage work wasn't about being mean. It was about accountability. By targeting everyone from the titans of tech to the most protected names in film, he proved that the public is tired of the lecture and the plastic smile.
For any of you who don't know, the Golden Globes are just like the Oscars, but without all that esteem. The Golden Globes are to the Oscars what Kim Kardashian is to Kate Middleton, basically. What? Bit louder, bit trashier, bit drunker, and more easily bought. Allegedly, nothing's been proved. But
He walked away from the industry on his own terms, leaving a permanent dent in the Hollywood machine that no PR team has been able to fix since.
no one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show.
Ricky Gervais is the reminder that the truth is the ultimate equalizer. Once you see the stars through his eyes, you can never go back to believing the PR version.
Available for streaming.
I've never seen you so animated.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Thank you. On Netflix.
I thought you were giving up.
Okay.
No, this is. No, I honestly just thought you were seeing this out, biding the time out. I was thinking of I wouldn't be long till I was there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
now.
Well,
that,
you think maybe I should? Maybe
no,
huh?
you've got a second win to go for it. Why would you?